Hi Joe, thanks very much for the question that you've sent in and also the video that you've sent me to show the error. Now, you're basically telling me you've got a vented tumble dryer which is made by Bosch and the model number is WTV74308GB/11. I'm glad you give me all this information because I was able to get you the exploded diagram of the machine to assist you and a link to any spare parts that you may require. You've got a very intermittent fault here by the sound of it, and you're explaining to me that the light system on the filter venting hose light is coming on. Now, this could be because of a couple of reasons. There's nothing complicated about these dryers. You've got a heater system at the back and basically your circuit board with the vent ducting system and possibly one additional thermostat, I believe, on the ducting system, but that might be an NTC sensor. You've also got a moisture sensor inside the machine, which I'll put a link on this page for you to watch that video as well on how to clean up the moisture sensors, as they can cause a problem. You have said to me that when using the machine on a timed process, it doesn't cause the problem. But when you're using it on a sensormatic system, which is a program which automatically detects the moisture in the clothing, this is using the moisture sensor. When you're using the time sensor, it doesn't use the moisture sensor. So I'm suspecting you may have a problem with the moisture sensor, and it only needs cleaning and checking that the wires that go through to the moisture sensor need checking to make sure that they're attached. The way it works is a moisture sensor has two bars, and these bars measure the amount of ohms resistance in the air on the clothing. If the clothes are damp, then it will measure a resistance. As they dry, that resistance changes and tells the circuit board that the clothes are dry because there is no moisture present in the machine. That's one possibility. The other thing I'd like you to do is also test the machine, pull it out from where it is and actually disconnect the vent hose and make sure that you just run it for half an hour on a normal cycle that was causing the problem without the vent hose attached. Because you might not only have a blockage in the vent hose, you may have a problem if it's going into a wall tubing system. This may be blocked and unable to actually clear the air in the machine. Therefore, a sensor like a thermostat is overheating, or the circuit board is recognizing the machine is too hot and cutting out early. It is very hard for me to diagnose the problem when I do not have the machine in front of me. But I've put all the information I can on this page for you to assist you. If everything is disconnected with regards to the vent tube, the moisture bars are clear and you know that you've metered them all the way back to the circuit board and everything looks correct, it is possible that you may have a fault with the circuit board. But I find it hard to believe when it's working on the timed system. The timed system on your machine, I believe you've got control over high and low heat, depending on which program you put it on. So it would be using the full heater if you had it on high heat, and if you had it on low heat, it would be using only half the element. But there's nothing really in these machines to cause this type of problem, apart from the machine is slightly getting too hot, and the machine is either cutting out, or the moisture sensor is giving a false reading to the circuit board, and therefore it's thinking the clothes are dry when they're not and turning the machine off. I hope all this information helps you repair your machine. Good luck with your repair, and don't forget, if you need further assistance, you have my personal details now via email, and you can always use the contact us page on the website if you need to get hold of me. Good luck with your repair.